One Piece Chapter, chapter 1146. So yeah, we had a little break week, a well-deserved break week. Thank you, Ellis, for coming back with some fire. And we got a color spread with Loki, Luffy, Nami, Usopp, and Nami, Usopp, Chopper, Zoro, and Sanji. The rest of the Straw Hats aren't on this one, but this color spread is fire nonetheless. Um, they make me want to be a fan of Loki. Like, if you don't know who Loki is, they gonna make you want to be a fan of him, or just want to know what he's about. And like I said, I want this Elbaf arc to really heat up, like real spice. I want to know what actually happened to King Arrow. Um, and where we left off, Gunko had hopped on the ship and put Colin in danger. So, I'm ready to see Scappa Gavon slap somebody this chapter. So let's get into it. Notes Notes by Oda. I'm crazy for the spicy curry from Monko Ichigo. How can I describe this musical in my mouth? I'm gonna pause for you, Oda. Pause. Pause. Yeah, I'm gonna pause for you. You know what I'm saying? The translation don't work that well. I'm sure. All right, chapter 1146, A Stir in the Silence. On the cover page, Only Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, volume 31. And you can see Alti running up the Yamato. We owe you our lives. Please let us serve you. So you can see the formation of some Yamato pirates. If that's what this whole cover page thing with Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage was leading up to, we're getting some Yamato pirates. Yamato can ride, have our own ship, a part of the Straw Hat Fleet. From the anime, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Bonnie is the new member of the Straw Hats. Yamato is no more room. Vivi, you ain't really a pirate for real. And whoever else, y'all ain't getting on the ship. It's all Bonnie. Bonnie, the only person that belongs on there. Fight me tooth and nail on it. I don't care. Try me. Try me. And I'll get my points of why Bonnie is the newest Straw Hat just right here. She was fated to fight with Sun God Nika. Like right alongside of him. Dream since a child. Her father's dream. Since a child. Fate lined up. They had no idea who each other was. Until now. And now you're not telling me Bonnie is going to have some other mission that she has to leave the Straw Hats to go do. Bonnie is staying with the Straw Hats until the end at this point. There is no reason to leave. He has no affiliation with the Revolutionary Army other than Sabo saving her. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. So Bonnie is it. Bonnie fits the ship. Bonnie fits in the stupid trio with her, Chopper, and Luffy. They fit. They fit like a glove, and we saw it firsthand on Egghead. It's just right. Cathartically, it's right. The person who saved the Straw Hats, Bartholomew Kuma, his daughter, is supposed to be with you guys because you are the people he staked everything on. He was willing to become a mindless robot just because the Straw Hats had who he was looking for this entire time. Like, Monkey D. Luffy is the person he dreamed of meeting as a child. His father preached it to him, and he preached it to his child. There's only one way. Bonnie is it. Bonnie is the new Straw Hat member. And it will be solidified by the end of Elbaf, and there will not be another variation. It's good. And we can see the development of the 12-year-old Bonnie as she continues on this route with the Straw Hats. In this fight against the government, a government that literally made her whole life hell. Like, y'all can't pull me off of this. I've been saying this since I seen it in the manga, and we better get Kuma's backstory animated. I cannot wait. I've been saying it since jump. She fits the Straw Hats. I know everybody was talking about Loki joining. Loki his own guy. He ain't worried about joining no pirate crew. Bonnie lost her crew, and she's going to go to the crew that her father literally protected with his life, his whole essence, his being. So let's move on. Let's get back into the chapter. Had to go on that tidbit about Bonnie. Let's get to it. An enemy encounter. So the Straw Hats on the ship, they see Gunko. Who the heck is that? Jinbei. It must be Nami, the intruder. And Colin, intruder. The human intruders. The ones who totally outclassed the castle guards. And you can see Jinbei in the front, like I thought. It's only right. What's your deal? You're behind the kidnappings, aren't you? And yeah, Nami hot. I said Nami might be the one to go ahead and spark off. Did you say human? Rip. And she looks at Brooke. Oh, oh, we are gods. Usopp, gods. You sound like a Nell, one of those celestial dragons. Why would a god go after children on Elbaf? Good question, Nami. They're my friends. Okay, Colin. Colin got some balls on him. Um, tap tap. So we going back to the children that's sleepwalking. Where are you taking them? Let them go. A child like you should know when to hold their tongue. You don't know who you talking to, but okay. Even for us, the clean abduction isn't feasible given the sheer size of our quarry. And I think that's Ripley and Frankie running away from that thundercloud. Um, a bad storm, a big storm, or something. I don't know if they introduced that last chapter. I do not remember. Oh, and look like Frankie hit that thing with that radical beam, and they got up out of there. That's what's up. Our only option to ensure the passage to the Holy Land was to have them walk themselves over here. You mean the Holy Land of Marriage Wall? You're celestial dragons. No way, they're the worst. He's nothing like the ones I was picturing, though. I'm afraid this one likely holds an even higher rank, a God's Knight. So Brooke is aware. Well, that's interesting. Indeed. And she begins to use her devil fruit. Don't tell me you're gonna force those kids into slavery. Ah, what the heck? What the heck is this arrow thing? And like I thought, Nami better gear up. We won't let you, Zeus. You calling me Nami? All right, Usopp. Why go away? It won't stop chasing me. Thunder Shark Tempo. And it looks like upon Nami activating her Thunder Shark Tempo, Gunko uses her arrow fruit to misdirect the the Thunder Shark. And what? The world was meant to simply vanish one day. That was supposed to go. That's how it was supposed to go. Interesting. And yeah, Gunko turned the Thunder Shark right at Nami. Nami run. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who got stunk? No way. No way Nami got struck by her own lightning, bro. Oh my goodness. Zeus couldn't stop it at all. He's screaming, I'm sorry. Nami. Die from Gunko. Oh, it was just Brooke. All right, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was actually worried. I was like, she did not just electrocute herself. It was me. It was you. However, oh no, it was you. Thank you. However, some among the humans realized what lay in store. Oh, Gunko cooking. I'm not getting confused up in this. So the world was meant to vanish one day. as I go back up. And however, some among the humans realized what lay in store, and they made sure the entire world would know. And you got three figures of Clover, uh, Nico Olivia, and Vegapunk. At least I believe that's Nico Olivia. I don't. I'm just assuming. Um, Usopp get ready to shoot Gunko with something. Skull. Oh, he looked like he got a direct hit. Take that. We're not afraid of celestial dragons, you bastard. It was overkill, Usopp. It completely blew away her top half. I'm so sorry. Huh? Crack. She's regenerating? I felt bad for her, but this is creepy. I must say, it's rather unsettling to see the dead rise. Crack, crack. So Usopp really did blow her away. I just thought it was smoke. Once it starts, it cannot be undone. So she basically trying to tell us, Gunko was telling us that they were trying to flood the world. And now we know that the God Knights can regenerate themselves. This is a hard matchup for anybody that's, elderly to keep with like they won't have the stamina to keep up. And it's really close to what the Gorosei have when they're able to regenerate and not really retain the damage that they take. This is so interesting. No one can stop it. Ah, I knew it. The arrow must point to her target. Leave it to me, Usopp. An attack that telegraphs itself is absurd. The countdown has started. The world is already entangled, and you can see different pictures of everybody fighting. Uh, Dory and Brogy and the rest of the giant pirates fighting. Uh, Forgot what that thing was called, the Dragar, and it look like some griffin that they're fighting as well, chopping their heads off. And Gunko was saying the world is already entangled, and the opening salvo of the coming of the coming great war. A worldwide war. That's never going to happen. So this plot was to take the kids as hostages and put Elbaf under your thumb. That's beyond cowardly. I'm merely carrying out the mission. It may well turn out to be a fruitless endeavor. Don't particularly understand the concept of hostages. The lives of a few children are worthless as trash to me. Now I'm getting hot. What's wrong with you? It is said the Giants' alliance will greatly shape how the conflict unfolds this time. Oda stay putting funny stuff in all of this seriousness. So it says the Giants' allegiance will greatly shape how this conflict unfolds this time. And you can see a picture of Loki and Luffy completely stuffed. Luffy wasn't even supposed to be eaten, but he's completely stuffed. And Loki is wrapped up in bandages, so hopefully he is beginning his healing process, but we'll see how quickly that happens for him. And Colin raises his arms and raises his sword like you fiend, just to get snatched up by one of Gunko's arrows and tug away, almost to the point he's flying. Jinbei loads up his 5,000 brick fist. Uh, and it looked like Brook. He's Gavant. I forgot the name of that thing. And he bet the attack too. And you just see a flip, and Gunko makes, oh snap! Gunko makes Jinbei and Brook attack each other. Brook might have died. Brook might have died for real. You can see a little bit of blood coming from Jinbei, but I don't even see Brook. Brook head is flying. Okay, yeah. Aloe, faded arrow. And she comes and kicks the hell out of Nami. Oosh. Ah, Nami. Usopp tries to shoot Gunko again. Gunko dodges it and knees Usopp in the face. And they're breaking his jaw. Well, are you really killing him? To tell the truth, Obab's communication network is limited. It's a shame, but at least they have one of those at important points of the village. Ah, Principal Kiba. Oh, there's so much going on. I gotta make sure I know what I'm looking at. Okay. Oh my, those are quite sharp. And I'm assuming this is Killingham, but I'm not sure what Killingham is doing right here. I just see his shape, and it looks like he's throwing. Oh, he is body slamming Principal Kiba to the ground. And now Ange can't move. I can't move. That's because I use sleep paralysis on you. So this big old thing is a telediction snail. Never heard of it. Summers, try talking through it. You should be able to transmit nationwide. Got it. But I'm gonna need a set, Killingham. This one should go down soon. Oh man. God Knight Summers been beating the hell out of Saul. He's a former vice admiral, huff huff. I thought you died on O'Hara, huff huff. Robin Chopper, don't move. Stay hidden in my hair. Saul. Oh, this so sad. Okay. So Saul and Chopper got Robin and Chopper got to witness Saul getting the hell beat out of him, and he is literally surrounded in nothing but thorns. The children, I'm begging you, take care of them. Come on, it's time for your final charge. Hey, you hear that? A school, a library. You should have cut the peaceful crap. You're meant to be warriors. There was a time when your people's might shook the world. You were supposed to be our mercenaries, right, Harold? King Harold, that bastard, he really messed up everything. What could the noble king have done? So we get into it. King Harold has secrets. It sounds like King Harold had a change of heart. And that's probably why he cut off his horns. He didn't want to be seen as such a mercenary for the world government, knowing how bad the world government was. And even if we get to a situation where King Harold is the one who killed all his own royal guards and then possibly killed himself, leaving everything to Loki in the future, that might be what happened. I also have a feeling that somebody might have went in there and killed all these giants for being disobedient. The way Saint Summers is talking about them, King Harold, that bastard, he really messed everything up. Like he's saying a lot, but he ain't saying a lot at the same time. Like this is so interesting. So the God Knights do know a little bit more than they're letting on. Now, I don't think they knew about Loki being locked up and being pretty much hated by everybody on the island, but they clearly had some type of relationship with King Harold. And what's crazy is it's like the God Knights, Saint Summers is referring to the giants in totality as their mercenaries. Interesting stuff. I knew Loki was being blamed for no reason for Harold's death, and it's just too fishy with all the different things in play. Um, Fire chapter, fire chapter. If I gotta give it a rating, I'm going 8 out of 10. Um, it'd have got another point just for seeing Scappa Gabon, but we didn't get Scappa Gabon. We only got one page where Luffy was in it. Luffy and Loki on one page. Um, but the Gunko giving this knowledge about people catching on to uh the world government really trying to like destroy the world. Yeah, like the world was just meant to vanish one day is so telling. Like Gunko, this is what we know about Gunko. Gunko is scared of Nika, does not want to be referred to as a human, loves Brooke but don't recognize Brooke, and is clearly upset that the world wasn't in the dark about the world just vanishing one day. So it makes sense that everybody that lives on the red line, the Marriage Wall, we're trying to flood the rest of the world so the rest was just gone. And that those kings and those gods that were up there will be the only people left. Get that part. I'm trying to understand why Joy Boy left the ancient weapon. Wouldn't it be easier to destroy some of them? What's up, Kimber? What's happening? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, what are they really trying to tell us in this chapter, real quick? Like, the world was meant to simply vanish one day, and then people messed it up by being inquisitive, as humans do. Like, kind of obvious. I wonder if it's a way for them to get rid of the water. Because if you're going to drown the One Piece world, there got to be some type of solution. So I want to know if I think my real thing that I really want to know is if in his lobby was caused by one of the ancient weapons and was one of the contributing factors of the sea levels rising, either in the past or currently at this point, or like if Lulu Sea is going to be another giant hole, just like in its lobby is. But I can say I think Vegapunk might have been working on a solution, his own solution to like making his own like heated power source. Ooh, that's very interesting. Kim Beer. dive into that. Dive into that. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. I want to see what you got. I want to see what that's about. Like the idea that Joy Boy committed suicide is not out of the possible like realm of possibility. He was completely strong, and he knew the direction things were gonna go. He seemed like he was okay just letting things go to the future. So if he knew he couldn't do it in his time, I don't see a reason for him to stick around. It's kind of like Roger. Like he knew his life was on. He wasn't gonna be able to live, so he just let himself get captured, knowing that he was gonna get executed by the government. But that's to me, that was his own personal suicide. He never had to get caught. So I can see this. I can see Joy Boy doing the same thing, knowing that his time wasn't gonna be the time of change. That's great. Kim Bear 34. No, much. Thank you. That was a good little tidbit. I didn't even think about suicide. But in this One Piece world, I'm just trying to imagine the worst possible fate for somebody. And honestly, just being in a position where you can't do anything, I could see Joy Boy being in that position. As strong as Joy Boy was, as much as he could do, this is why he might have wrote the apology letter to Poseidon, or the Poseidon of his time. And that's probably what the apology came from. I like this idea. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about Odin. You could put a Toki in there too. Odin and Toki. I don't be up here. I ain't gonna be on this for 50 minutes, but I'm gonna keep that up there because I like that. I like that. Kim Beer 34. That's great. And thank you. I will definitely be checking this out, trying to create some more like ideas, like because I never even thought of that. I can honestly say that myself. I never sat here and was like, oh, that could be a thing. But yeah, let's go back to this chapter because there's some other things. Gunko was able to regenerate her own body, like the gurus say. So there has to be some type of connection. We said early on that the summoning circles were part of it, but what gives the God Knights the ability to regenerate themselves? Like, where is this coming from? And if this is really the case, oh, I'm gonna get to it once I'm done what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm I usually sit here and spitball for a minute. I'm not about to just jump off of what I'm doing, but appreciate it. I'm gonna definitely check it out. But I'm gonna finish doing my live reaction. But yeah, yeah, the idea that Gunko and the rest of the Gorosei and the God Knights can regenerate themselves, this throws a whole nother like can of worms into this. So we know you gotta have strong, powerful hockey to even deal with characters of this level, like all across the board. Like you just there isn't really any killing them. You have to exhaust what their resilience to hockey. Like you literally have to. That's the only way that the Gorosei got sent back to Murray's Wall when they was fighting on Egghead, and it might be the same for these God Knights. Now Luffy can do it. I can see Sanji and Zoro, and definitely Scappa Gabon being able to send some of these people back, but those are your only four that I could just name off the top of my head. I haven't seen Loki do much, so you can't put him in the mix, and he's already injured. But in terms of like the head to head, I mean, I gotta give the Golden Knights a little bit more credit. I wasn't giving them credit at first, but being able to regenerate yourself, you put yourself in a whole new class of, oh yeah, don't you ain't to be messed with. Y'all impervious to like physical attacks. That's nuts. Like, yo, hold up. Like, first of all, I've never seen one of Usopp's attacks do this much damage to a person. One, but the fact that it did damage Gunko, but not like fatally, and literally Nami and Usopp's eyes pop out of their head because they are literally that surprised. So, I mean, we finally got to a whole new level of what the hell are we dealing with? And to see these four, Nami, Usopp, Brook, and Jinbei get overpowered by one God Knight, I didn't expect to see that. I didn't expect to see that. I even said that Jinbei could hold his own. He can't. Not with that devil fruit unless he can figure out a way around it. I think you got to be totally ridiculous to be able to get around Gunko's attacks. So this is quite deep. I feel bad for Colin, but hopefully next chapter we definitely go get Scappa Gabon because he's gonna have to get into the mix now. You need a certain class of fighter to deal with people like this. I mean, yeah, people like this, even though they call themselves gods. You need a different class of fighter. Vice Admirals, Jinbei and Brooks combined tax aren't doing it right now. I feel bad for, Principal Kiba. I never thought he was gonna be, a world beater, but we need Dorian Brogy up here fighting the guard knights, not just, anybody trying to protect the kids. This is getting bad. So I can see how this is becoming more and more of a problem because if you could just regenerate yourself, there is no telling how many giants y'all can take down. Until Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji get up to, where these kids are being kidnapped and get up to this higher level because they still in the land of the dead with Loki. And it's crazy to me how the new giant pirates always missing out on the action. They never there. They never there. This is the time they need to be. This is time for them to shine. But you got the regular giant pirates taking care of the nightmares or the things the kids find scary. But that's just to divert the attention and divert forces. And it looks like, oh yeah, Killingham bet to use this gigantic snail to broadcast all over the island, and they got these kids kidnapped, and they need I guess the giants to be under thumb, like they said in the chapter, be under thumb and do exactly what the Gorosei and the celestial dragons ask of them, or I guess annihilation of this new generation. Now that's not gonna go well, but it does feel, it's gonna fuel up a lot of hatred towards them. And I don't see nobody on the Straw Hat Pirate side ever backing down from this type of fight. I'm surprised Robin isn't helping Saul yet again. Like, Robin, you can help Saul in this fight. Now, having multiple arms around all those thorns ain't gonna help. But man, that's crazy. Yo, yeah, I'd have helped Saul. I'm not gonna let Saul get beat up like this. Like, you thought Saul was dead up until this point. Robin, I understand you can have trauma, but you gotta help out your mans. Saul just be going through it, always fighting people out of his class. But yeah, honestly, besides Gunko saying that the world was supposed to be destroyed in secret, the world being destroyed in secret, and King Harold being a tool of the government and pretty much reneging on his word to the point they resented the giants or giant hierarchy for quite some time. Saint Summers is old. Saint Summers is old, so he said he messed everything up. So I want to know if there was a previous purge that King Harold was a part of, and maybe he had guilt. Maybe King Harold had guilt from the past that made him change now to the point he cut off his horns and did not want to be recognized as one of those, beasts or monsters that just work for the government. And maybe that's why he wanted to turn over a new leaf. Because it seems like they was the government lapdogs for anybody that stepped out of line. But I want to know where, I really want to know what made them dislike King Harold. I believe it was 14 years ago when he passed. Yeah, about 14 years ago. I think it was about 14 years ago when King Harold died. Now, I truly never believed Loki killed him. 40 years ago? I thought it was 14. And that Loki was like out on the seas for like 6 to 8 years on his own. Dude, let me go back and see. Yeah, 14 years ago, not 40. It was just 14 years ago when King Harold died. Um, and they tried to say, yeah, that he was murdered by Loki, but now I damn like there's no reason to even believe that now. Look what they just did to Loki for not following. I wouldn't be, blindsided that King Harold by not feeling bad about it. I mean, at the same time, just like, yo, if y'all not paying attention, why should we? That's crazy. That's crazy. So I guess we got to figure out what happened in the last 14, 15 years that would make that will put the Giants out of favor with the world government. That's what I need. That's what we need to find out. Like, what could the Giants have not done in the last 2 decades that really ticked off the Goro say or the Guard Knights for them to be like the next target, so to speak? Because I find it weird that 100 royal guards got killed by Loki and in the King Harold. That was never realistic. That was never realistic. As cool as Loki could be and how strong he could be, it was never realistic. And like crazy enough, there's an actual King Harold in Viking lore. Like even the TV show Vikings, like there's a Harold in that as well. So like some of this lore might actually lead to something. Let me see what I can find. Oh, so this is what I just looked up about Harold's death in the Viking Age. They said his death, they said that his death marked the end of the Viking Age. The same for King Harold in One Piece, that his death might have been the end of that ancient giant warrior age where they just went along. And I love how Oda always uses things that are actually, present in real life and not just making up everything on his own. And this also says that Harold was defeated and killed in a surprise attack. And if we really putting everything together, if we putting everything together about King Harold's death, King Harold's sword is in Ja Rule's head. I would not be surprised. In King Harold's last ditch effort, he tried to slay the person that was trying to slay him, and the only thing he could do was stick his sword through Ja Rule's head, and Ja Rule is the person who betrayed King Harold and then blamed Loki. There's no other way you get somebody's sword just randomly stuck in your head, and you can't explain it. I ignored a lot of the signs before with Ja Rule on Elbath, but I honestly believe Ja Rule is the person who actually killed King Harold, and then blame Loki and blame Loki. It might have been a passing down of the torch to Loki, and Ja Rule did not want it to be passed down to Loki, so he took it upon himself to try to kill King Harold before passing on the devil fruit to Loki. But it still didn't work out in Ja Rule's favor. Oh, this is getting thick. And the way we were introduced to Ja Rule is just the most elderly person, the person that we gotta believe in. But he might have been the snakest person in the castle because now they all look up the mountain bear Ja Rule. They all look up to him. Yo, it's cooking. It's cooking up here. Hey, if y'all watching this, if y'all make your own videos and stuff, hey, use this. I swear to beads. Go look up Harold name in Viking lore, and you will see what I am seeing. Oh, this is crazy. Look, oh my goodness, it's cooking. Harold spent 15 years in exile as a mercenary and military commander. You can take this and literally copy and paste it to what we learned today about why Saint Summers, the guard knight, was saying y'all was supposed to be our mercenaries. It's all coming together. Man, we cooking. And yeah, I know it's with the break week, I ain't posted as many videos, but yo, I'm about to get into it because now we getting thick. We getting into some crazy stuff, and I think that I just learned today that I love mysteries, and it's just like yeah, it makes sense why I love One Piece and why I love all of that goes on in One Piece because I want to figure it out. Like just wanting to be able to figure out makes so much sense. But man, oh man, we yeah, this crazy. Oh man, but yo, thank you for anybody that tuned in. This was me just, trying to get on the chapter as soon as I got home, make sure I can get to it, put it out. But I do want to make a lot of shorts and talk about a lot of different things from Bonnie being my official new crewmate. I don't care what nobody else say. Nah, I don't think that mean that. I think so just referring off of Loki saying thinking I killed our father in cold blood. He's saying he has more honor to fight King Harold face to face than to try to kill him in cold blood. I don't think that means, oh yeah, I killed them and with a warm heart. I think if he wanted to kill him, he would have had to really battle it out with him. If that was even the case. But I think Loki saw something and was in a position of I need to get away from this island. You ever see something that you ain't supposed to see or be somewhere you ain't supposed to be? Just like Sabo when he saw King Cobra and the Gorosei. It's the same thing. It's just that Sabo wasn't able to get something out of that room. Loki was able to get that devil fruit and get out of that room. Or he would have been dead like everybody else, except for Ja Rule. It's too much of a coincidence that somebody who's that old, so to speak, 400 something years old, made it out of that room when nobody else didn't. Loki and Ja Rule, the only two that made it. And Ja Rule literally has King Harold's sword that did you see Harold with it in his pictures holding through his head. Loki doesn't have that through his head. Loki doesn't look like he doesn't even have a scratch from that day. He should. If he fought 100 royal giants, he should be missing an arm or something, right? But even in like the history and lore of the name King Harold and Viking Norway lore, is telling you that this guy was killed in a sneak attack, not by his son, his own people. And they didn't just kill him, they wiped out his army. And that was the end of the age of Viking. They literally said that was the end of it. The end of it. And what we getting on Elbath is kind of the same thing. After the death of King Ja Rule, there was no more. It became they felt like it was getting soft. So this new generation doesn't want to fight like that except for Colin, because it's only 14 years past. There were 8 years between Harold's death and Loki's capture. So why didn't Loki kill Ja Rule? What do you gain from killing Ja Rule? One, King Harold is already dead, and you're the person that they're saying did it. Off Bucks. It was his own prophecy that he was supposed to do it. So how are you going to tell people that believe in prophecies, it wasn't me, let me kill Ja Rule? they're gonna believe the elder every single time. They're gonna believe the elder every single time. Loki's prophecy as a kid, his reputation as a kid, it's all pointing to, oh, he wasn't somebody to ever be trusted. That's the whole thing about Loki. The name in itself is, oh, he's a misfit. He's up to trouble. He's up to no good. You know what I mean? The idea that he could come back and say, no, it was Ja Rule, who's gonna believe him? Nobody. I wouldn't. The kid that's setting fires and stuff all over the place, who won't listen, I wouldn't believe him. But 300 and what, 72, 76 year old Ja Rule, he don't lie. Maybe, he what reason would he need to lie? He got a sword stuck in his head. That's the most suspicious stuff ever. I'm gonna believe the guy with a bullet in his arm? You think Loki don't care about all that. But sometimes when you forced into a situation where everybody thinks you the guilty one, what there's no point of you trying to fight your way out of it. I'm gonna let y'all believe I'm guilty. They've believed he was guilty for the last 6 years. Ain't nothing better to change. His life hasn't been better since the day his father died. He did get the devil fruit power, but he got something to prove. Even that conversation with Mosa, I, that's not giving away. Like, oh, I did it. He honestly, when everybody is pointing the finger at one person, it's a dead giveaway. It wasn't that one person. You don't think it's too simple that, oh yeah, Loki killed him. He's the one responsible. You don't think that's too easy of a story to write? Let's be real. Don't you think that's too easy of a story to write? Like, you're not even trying hard to make people believe. And like, if you got blamed for killing 100 royal guards, you're gonna come back and kill one more? Like, you gonna come back and kill one more, or you're gonna leave with your life intact and try to get away from there as far as you can? It's not Loki's fault. They sent the mercenary Shanks after him, or whatever happened between the two, and he probably got brought. That's when he got brought back to Elbaf. He probably never wanted to go back from what he saw. I think there's some real parallels we need to pay attention to. Like, people, if Sabo went around telling everybody the girls say killed Cobra and not me, who's going to believe him other than the Revolutionary Army? They started calling him the Flame Emperor when they found out this news, thinking he was the one that killed Cobra. They were cheering for him. They're not going to believe the truth that it was a group of figures that nobody knows of that did it. It's propaganda. That's what big news more can work on. The truth can be out there, but that ain't what the people want to hear. The people of Elbaf wanted to hear that the prophesized one to kill King Harold was the one that killed King Harold. They do not want to hear that one of his royal guard members was the one that actually killed him. The one that's still around, the one we treating like king. He can't kill everyone. He can't kill Shanks, so that was already proven. So I hear what you're saying. I honestly do. But let me go and read it. Loki said, if I were there, if I were in your place, I would have turned the whole area into ruins, and I would have killed everyone. If a fool like that isn't hurt enough to make the recovery impossible, they'll come back for revenge. Loki is a character who wants to kill everyone so that no one can have revenge. So how could it make sense for him not to kill Ja Rule? Because he's been chained up for the last 6 years. Can't kill somebody chained up. And maybe he wasn't ready at the time to take on Ja Rule. If you're gonna believe in the tidbits that you've been given, you're the same as Harden. You're gonna believe whatever's been fed to you. Mysteries don't work that way. I'm sorry. Loki can say all the right things. That don't mean he did it. And it based off the excerpt you pulled up, that's him trying to be like what he believes is Sun Garnica, the person who ruins everything, who can ruin the whole world and kill everybody. But he can't kill everybody and was already proven. No, it didn't offend me. You did not offend me. I would love talking One Piece. You did not offend me. It's just like the way things are going. It's just too easy for Oda to be like it's just cut and dry. And that's yeah. But no, feel free to converse with me. This is what I'm here for. This is why I do this. This is why I do this. So like the idea of being able to talk, I love it. For anybody out there, please, find me on Twitch. I want to chat it up with people. I love talking One Piece. I love the mystery. I love the lore. And you take bits and pieces from everybody. So like, even if I don't have the answer, and like you can still give me bits and pieces of what you know and what we know, we can put that together and figure something out. And that's the whole idea behind this whole platform. Um, so no, I love you putting in your input because that's what healthy conversations are. If we all agree, we're not getting nowhere. English don't make no sense. I'm lucky I just grew up in it. It doesn't make sense. When you look at every other, language, it makes zero sense. But O'Hara, you held it down. Shouting out O'Hara, 0003, triple no, double O 33, O'Hara, 0033. Hey man, like that's what this all about. Like I bang with your name and everything. Like English sucks, bro. It really does. I honestly wish I knew more languages, but this being the first one I learned, I felt lucky. I feel lucky because I wouldn't be able to pick this up. We make up words. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. We're about as far from Latin as possible. But we bet to hit an hour, and I want to go ahead chop this up and send this off. So yo, thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody that's chatted and tuned in. I appreciate y'all. Until next chapter, holla at me. You can find me on TikTok at OP Hooch. Find me on YouTube, OP Hooch, One Piece Hooch. Just holla at me. We can have these conversations all day. But till then, holla at your boy. Oh, that didn't click.